Hey dreamers, Bryce here from Midnight Notion, singer, songwriter, musician, big fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Thorn Within? Let's use math to find out. Cue the intro.
So give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Thorn Within, track number 12 out of 14 from the Load album, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what this song is. I know I've heard it, but just on the title, did they say the title in the song? I can't remember anything about the song. I legitimately don't know which one this is. Is this the one that goes birder birder brip birder birder brip? And there's like that weird stop there? Or is that from Reload? I don't know. I'm confusing this with something, but I honestly cannot think of how this song goes. So this is going to be an experience. Just because I couldn't remember it, I decided not to look at the lyrics in advance. This is going to be a wide open judgment of the song. So we're going to listen to it together. I'm going to blah, blah, blah my way through. Anytime I find something interesting, I'll point it out. And then I'm going to grade it using the following categories: composition, memorability, emotional response, instrumentation, and lyrics. Each category is a scale of 0 to 4 with a grand total of 20 possible points. We'll find out at the end if it has enough to get to the top 20. I'm kind of starting to think that this one might not get there because I don't know how it goes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below because I love you and you're awesome. And I hope you love me too, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But I just want you to know that you're a really, really great person. And thanks for being here. Let's listen to this song. Oh, by the way, for those of you who have been subscribed for a long time, I'm trying something new today, a new recording setup. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you get both sides of the song this time, not just the left side. So we'll find out if this new setup works. Here we go. Thorn Within. Okay. You know, it's funny. I could do without the snare hits there. You know, I hear we have a hi-hat, the clutch of the hi-hat, just the foot, not the clutch, but the foot of the hi-hat going tss, tss, tss. And then we have a boom, and you can hear the bass going blop at the same time. And then when he switches to the snare and the cymbal, I could do without that. I don't know, not a great start. Okay, he's building it. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that was weird. That was really weird. We had a straight beat, but then we kind of came into this halftime feel. The thing that makes this song feel weird to me is that there's nothing really, there's a lot of emptiness to the sound. Because Lars is riding on the crash cymbal, but he's playing a halftime feel. So it's just kick, cymbal, 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 cymbal. You know, like you're not, there's not really a whole lot going on in the drums. So typically when that happens, the guitars make up for it. But in this case, the guitars are kind of just, and they're just kind of holding out that note. And yeah, there's that little near in the top end. But even the bass isn't really doing anything. It's just holding out a note. So it's like a whole note with nothing happening on the drums. So it's a lot of emptiness. It feels thin and small, and it doesn't have the thickness that Metallica typically brings. Okay, now we got a riff. Nice little chromatic fall down to boo 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 boo. Ooh, little wah guitar. Ooh, get those big toms. At the end of this drum fill, we have boom, boom, boom. Psst. He's hitting the snare drum and he's opening the hi-hat and then he's closing it with his foot. But it's only on that 4. Boom, doo, doo, doo. Psst. Really cool. I like the singing. I like how we went from this this riff to now kind of we've got this dark feel. This is very similar to, you might say, the intro to Enter Sandman, but I'm actually kind of thinking about the song Here Comes Revenge. I know a lot of people hate that song, but this is reminding me a lot of the verses of Here Come Revenge. The guitar riff on the left speaker, for me, what Kirk was playing there, he's got some sort of chorus or flange. I always get those two mixed up. But he's got some sort of effect on a clean guitar, and it's got such a grungy, like Alice in Chains feel to it. I can just hear that grunge influence all across this record. Nice. Oh, higher. You know, I don't know. There was a nice build that there was a nice build to that section where we had an I am and he's holding out the note and then there's something at the end of it. I am something. I am something. I am something. Really great for memorability. It's easy to sing along with that. I know. I now remember which song I'm listening to. I kept thinking of Thorn Within, and I kept wanting to say The Struggle Within, and then Thorn in My Side, and those are two separate songs. So this is maybe the child of those two coming together. But they had a really great build. I am, and then I am. It was a little bit higher. I am the thorn within, and I didn't like the climb up. Thorn within. I wanted to come back down. I wanted a resolution, and maybe they did that on purpose. They didn't resolve it because I don't know. Could be an artistic choice, but for me, I wanted it to come down. The thorn within. It didn't feel like It feels like we're coming to a scary riff. We're coming to this climb down, this grungy, and it just didn't feel right to go up on that. It feels like it should be coming down. So it's already not really doing much for me. All right. This is so Here Comes Revenge. Listen to the fill. I like coming into this riff. We got we talked a little bit in this channel about paku paku, right? Great way to come from one section to another. Paku paku. And this is kind of a double length. Paku 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 pa 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 pa. You know, he's adding extra to it, but it's really emphasizing that paku paku. Baku baku or paku paku? Vote in the comments below. Up. Yeah. It's moving a little bit, but here's my problem with that chorus. I think it's so great. I am. There's a call and response. I am. I want him to hold out that note. I want him to just keep going, and I don't want him to answer the question. I don't want him to tell us who he is. I am, do 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 do. I am, do 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 do. And then I am the thorn within. That's how I want it to go. It's not how it goes. It's probably why I'm not into it. Halftime. That's a surprisingly clean solo. Usually their solos, it's either wah or a distortion guitar with lots of delay on it, some reverb, whatever. This is surprisingly a very, very clean tone. I appreciate it. Very bluesy. Or maybe less bluesy and more southern rock / grunge. Tell me it's not going to fade out. Okay, good. I did not want that to fade out. There's just a slight slowdown there at the end. And that's the song, Thorn Within. Wow. I was unexcited, apparently. Let's give this sucker some points. Composition. How do they do in this song? I really didn't like this composition. There was some cool stuff going on, but ultimately, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Nothing new. There was a really wonky intro that didn't really know what it was going to do. I mean, it started feeling like it was going to have a nice hey moment, and then it went into this full-time groove, but then it was halftime instead, and it didn't feel like it knew where it was going. And most of that is Lars's fault on this song, but also it wasn't grabbing me. Every time it started going, it would put on the brakes and go a different direction again. And I want to make it really clear that that's okay. Like, that's okay from an artistic perspective. If that's what you're intending to do, good job. Does this make the song listenable? Not so much. So unfortunately, composition, I really, really didn't like this song. Sorry, it's a 0. Memorability. You could tell from the intro of this video that I could not remember anything about the song, even though the hook of the chorus is the title. I couldn't remember how they said the title. They do have one thing going for them in that I am gets repeated throughout. And I guess technically speaking, they have a couple lines in the verses that repeat as well, but I don't think that's enough to give them a good score memorability wise. So I think there's a lot of forgettable riffs in here. I think the fact that the song keeps changing in ways that are kind of unexpectedly off-putting. Makes me believe that this is a pretty forgettable song. So Memorability, we'll give them points for the I Am, but other than that, it's a 1. Emotional response. Again, I didn't like it. I wasn't having fun in this one. It started off weird for my tastes. I just felt like it didn't have that grabbing. It didn't grab me. And then once it started going, it's like, oh, that's a cool riff. And then it's like, this riff doesn't work. Oh, that's kind of cool. It doesn't work. And for every good thing, there was a bad thing to pull it back. And so even though I liked a lot of the stuff that they were doing in certain parts, it wasn't enough to carry the song forward for me. So unfortunately, emotional response, it's a 0. Instrumentation, they did some fine things. I like what they were doing with the sounds of the guitars. Having a clean solo was new. Having some wah in the main riff. Having that clean part with the big toms, really cool there. But I'm kind of mad at Lars in this song because I feel like he was trying something new. Like, hey, what if we did the snare on the 1 and the 2? And then, I don't know, it made it clunky. It felt clunky to me. It felt like there was too much going on, and it was just overwhelming for me as someone who is looking for a beat to groove to when it keeps changing like that. And it's not even a time signature change, right? They're not playing in odd meters. They're just playing in 4/4, but doing it weird. And it doesn't work for me. So instrumentally, all I can give them is a 1. Lyrics. These ones didn't really do it for me either. I was having troubles connecting with anything other than I am. And then I know that there was something after that, but it didn't really stick enough to really be memorable. I looked at the lyrics and I see that, I'm going to read this to you. In the first verse, we have, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Find me guilty of the life I feel within." Great. Second verse, "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." Same as the first line. "Find me guilty when the true guilt is from within." Find me guilty of the life I feel within. Find me guilty when the true guilt is from within. The line is almost exactly the same. There isn't a whole lot to the song. It feels very scratch. It feels demo. It feels first try. And that's not enough for me. So unfortunately, lyrically, that's a 1. And so Thorn Within gets a total of 3 points, which is not enough for the top 20. As a matter of fact, is in 58th place out of 59. Very terrible score. Didn't really like this one at all. So what are you going to do? They're going to have some duds. Let's take a look at the top 20. We have one on the very top, and Dyer's Eve is just holding on for dear life. It's a very good list. How can you beat this list? I don't know if we're going to get there, but that's why we got to come back tomorrow. So it's your turn. Put in the comments below, what score would you give this song using my method? Make sure you check out my band, Midnight Notion. Hopefully my music is better than this song. And of course, hit the subscribe button so you can be here tomorrow for Ronnie, which I promise you I like a whole lot more than this one. So it'll be a positive review. Thanks for watching. See you then.